Good evening and welcome to a real promotion special. Two teams so tantalisingly close to glory. Was today the day? Portsmouth against Millwall, Bournemouth against Port Vale coming up. Also in the programme, a report on Pompey's big rivals for the title, Derby County, and action from the First Division. But we start with Portsmouth on the brink for the third year in a row. If they could win today and Oldham failed to beat Plymouth, then Portsmouth were up. Almost 16,000 fans turned out at Fratton Park, hoping for a day to be proud of. Most of them can't remember the golden days, and certainly not two young likely lads, Mike Channon Jr. and Jimmy Ball. Fingers crossed for Dad and the Pompey players.
They're in great form. We had a good chat yesterday, and they're in smashing form. They're very, very relaxed in there.
And what's it going to mean to you if everything goes right on the day, if the result comes here and elsewhere in the country?
I don't quite know how to answer that. I'll take that as it comes.
But you've been canny all season, haven't you?
Well, I mean, you know, after a couple of years of disappointments, and I'm a very strong person. I say what I think, and I put my head on the block too often in the past. So this year I've been a little bit more cagey, but we're very, very close.
And it's going to be some afternoon, isn't it? Big crowd, everyone behind you.
Well, it's what the people here want. It's what the old ground wants. The whole city wants it. Let's hope we can give it to them, and I think the lads are ready.
So, as the players and the fans get warmed up, let's now join our match commentator, John Helm.
This could be Portsmouth's greatest day in 28 years. The First Division beckons for a club that's just missed the boat twice previously and doesn't intend to do so again in front of some of the game's most loyal followers. Well, Alan Ball's success this season has been built around this team, which has been largely unchanged. Indeed, Pompey have called upon only 16 men in their bid to bring the big time back to Fratton Park. Well, striker Mick Quinn would like nothing better than to celebrate his 25th birthday today with at least one goal to add to the 27 he's already scored this season. But perhaps Kevin Dillon will be the man on the mark. He scored a last-minute equaliser at Millwall earlier in the season and also got a hat-trick of penalties against them in the Full Members' Cup. Well, Millwall are a very young side, certainly inexperienced by comparison, and with the poorest scoring record of any team in the division away from home. They aren't expected to pose Pompey too many problems. There's a real gala atmosphere here, and there's been a late change of referee. Ray Lewis from Great Bookham in Surrey has been called in because David Hutchinson from Harrogate, the original official, has pulled a hamstring. So Ray Lewis, a familiar figure, he took one of the FA Cup semi-finals this year. Here's the man in charge for what promises to be a really exciting occasion. And the first free kick of the game goes to Millwall. I'm sure I need hardly tell anybody that Pompey are in their familiar blue shirts. And they're attacking the Fratton end with Vince Hilaire down that right-hand side. Be a real roar of encouragement behind that goal as the ball comes across. Heads up there, and Billy Gilbert's up there as well, supporting his attack. Mariner's still there. Kennedy tussling for it with Sheringham, playing it back for his captain Swain. Good ball as well to Dillon. He's got the first time crossing. There was an appeal for a handball, not given by the referee, but he has given a corner. Millwall's nerves will be really tested in these opening minutes. They haven't travelled well away from the Den this season. So what can Kevin O'Callaghan produce here? The expected in-swinger and a free header for Mariner. Quinn's there as well, and couldn't get any power behind the header. But Mick Quinn in a perfect position. It's come now to Byrne. He's won his place back in the side, having been omitted recently. Briley wasn't brought down. And so, the first chance really for Vince Hilaire to show his paces down that right touchline. And as Byrne's tackle that halted him in his tracks. Quick throw. Only stole a yard or two. Well played by Mariner to get the ball back to him, but it's run out of play. But Pompey relying so much, of course, on the artistry of Vince Hilaire. Mariner, lovely little back flick for Dillon inside the area. Quinn, McCleary's with him. Quinn got in the shot, came back off McCleary's legs, and Coleman effects the clearance eventually. Gilbert was in quickly. Good spotting there. And O'Callaghan's in, and it was just taken away from him by Salmon. Sheringham held that up well and is still tussling for it. O'Callaghan's in possession now for Portsmouth. Find a colleague that time, but Dillon escapes the tackle of Darren Morgan. Rolls it forward for Quinn, inside the area. Good turn from Quinn as well, and McCleary just getting it back to goalkeeper Horn. Quinn's looking extremely dangerous. Dillon's in possession. Good ball, Hilaire, with a real chance to run at the Millwall defence here and play a telling crossing maybe. Oh, appeals for handball, I think. And it's right on the edge of that area, and in fact he's going to be booked for that. Coleman. We can see from a closer angle what happens here as Hilaire comes inside. Yes, in fact he was a good rugby tackle actually, something that wouldn't have gone amiss at Twickenham today. So Walker and Coleman both booked on the Millwall side, along with O'Callaghan of Portsmouth, who's now taking the free kick here. Will do when the referee moves. In fact, he's left it for Dillon, who rolls it back for O'Callaghan. Oh, that's the closest Portsmouth have come so far, right across the face of goal. And we can see how close Portsmouth came there to getting this lead. Well, in fact, it screwed well away from the goal in the end. And maybe a chance here for Marks. Again, Knight, positive. Alan Knight, who's not missed a game this season. One of only two Portsmouth players in the side with that proud record. Kenny Swain is the other one, and here's Dillon charging forward. And a miscue there, out of defence by Coleman. And now Mariner. Seemed to be a bit of panic back there in the Millwall defence. And Mariner just couldn't control it first time, but he has found Hilaire again. And Hilaire, marvellous control. And gets the corner. And the more they give him the ball, the more Millwall will be tortured. Can O'Callaghan bring for Portsmouth? Here, Mariner's header, and it flashed wide of that far post. Perhaps typical of Paul Mariner's luck this season. It was nicely floated in by O'Callaghan, and Mariner up there clearly with the header. The flick didn't quite come off. And Mariner might just get in there. McCleary was there once more to cover up a mistake, really. And Portsmouth have 10 minutes of the first half left in which to get that important first goal. And again, it'll be Kennedy. Blake's calling for it and arriving in the penalty area now. And you'll see Blake any moment. Couldn't quite get his head to it. So once more, Millwall escape. Balls off his bench. O'Callaghan's got a good header inside for Dillon. Got a bit of room in which to play there. Found Quinn. Dillon again. Oh, and he's found Mariner inside the area, and a good save by Horn. Mariner creating the chance out of nothing, really. You can see what skillful centre-forward play this is, actually, because Mariner taking it on the chest and sweeping in the shot as well. Horn's equal to that. And now a chance for Byrne. just on the edge of the area. Briley couldn't win it, or has he? He's a little bit frantic down there. To Swain eventually hooking a long clearance away. Still Millwall coming, but the ball's out. And how they'll cheer if things change for the good. Hilaire. This is where the danger is, and he's inside that area. Brilliant skill from Hilaire. But yes, the referee was right, actually. The ball did go off Vince Hilaire's foot. Great skill, though, by the former Crystal Palace man, who's today playing his 300th league game. And the ball looks almost tied to his laces at times, doesn't it? Great skill there to get into that position. The ball came off Hilaire. Clearance sliced off the side of his foot there, but Byrne picking it up for Millwall, finding Briley. Nicely done by Dillon. Now Quinn, taking that one well. Mariner. It does go like a greyhound out of the trap. So it's gone right across the face of goal and just eluded Mariner. Anguish on his face. But the only time Millwall really have been in trouble is when this man has had the ball at his feet, Vince Hilaire. He causes all the problems, and it's a lovely cross here. It was so inviting, and Mariner was so close to the vital touch. Swain finds Hilaire. Surely he'll cross the ball and look for Paul Mariner. Didn't quite come to him. O'Callaghan, though, nicks it back for Blake. But the referee's whistle has gone. And Alan Ball heads for the dressing room. And his words will need to be positive and strong, because Portsmouth, for all their efforts, have really created very few chances in this first half. It's been a largely frustrating experience for them. Millwall certainly haven't come here to lie down and die. And so as the players go off at half-time at Fratton Park, the scoreline remains Portsmouth 0, Millwall 0. I'd like to have been a fly on the wall of the Portsmouth dressing room when Alan Ball was giving his team talk at half-time. There were probably a few stinging words, I would think, because Portsmouth really didn't create many chances in that first half. Let's see if he's been able to pour form a little bit of magic. So away we go. Can Portsmouth do it? They've 45 minutes left. They desperately need a win here. Millwall making their intentions very obvious. Byrne's little flick header inviting Marks into the chase with Gilbert. David Byrne, who was a £5,000 bargain buy, really, from Gillingham at the start of the season, takes the throw for Millwall. That was a good long one as well for a little fella. He got good distance, but Knight was there. The overarm throw sets O'Callaghan going, but not much seen of Kevin O'Callaghan, really, and that's not a good ball he's played this time either. And Salmon has come right across field and could get himself into trouble here. Oh, what a back pass, Quinn! And the goalkeeper off the line. Mariner knocked it forward. Quinn's still there. It's the best chance Portsmouth have had. O'Callaghan. Oh, and a great save in the end by Brian Horn. But I would imagine the Millwall players will be furious with Dennis Salmon there. He tried to be clever, really, by dribbling the ball across the face of his own goal. In the end, Kevin O'Callaghan getting in a shot, and a fine save by Horn. But that was trouble all of their own making. And if you're wondering why there aren't more supporters behind that goal at the Milton end, it's because Millwall haven't sent any supporters here. Blake's in with a header, and it's gone behind that goal. Millwall refused allocation of tickets. Brian Horn, their goalkeeper, will save them there. That incident made Alan Ball spring to his feet, and he's not short of a word or two today. Coleman was hustled into the mistake then by Swain, and so Kennedy leaves it for his captain. Well, Mariner was trying to give some support there, but the ball went to Blake, who hoists it inside the area. Quinn's tussling for it there, finds Hilaire. This is where the danger is. Rolls it back, and smack into the crowd goes the ball from the boot of Mick Kennedy. Well, he's not scored in the last 41 matches, and he'll need to have his sights better set than that. The lady's styling haircut there from Kenny Swain. The Barber's had a great time recently. Again, it's all Portsmouth, but so far nothing at the end of it. That's what the game's all about. Now maybe Quinn, Mariner, yes, Mariner in with a chance of giving Portsmouth the lead! Paul Mariner's done it! They're going wild, and that was an England striker at his best. He's got them all up the benches. He's got them clapping and cheering. Well, Portsmouth brought the England striker from Arsenal to get the goals to take them into the First Division. It's only the 5th he's scored since he came to Fratton Park, but has there ever been a more valuable one for Portsmouth? Poor Mariner, he slipped Walker, he took his time, set his sights and got it absolutely right. 1-0. He's happier. Portsmouth looked for the early goal in the first half, it didn't come. Their patience was tested, and Paul Mariner knows what it's all about. He's played in so many big occasion matches, and after 54 minutes he's got the goal that is going to settle Pompey's nerves. He's the hero of the moment. Quinn almost getting in behind the defence now. Apologies from the Portsmouth striker, a lecture from the referee. Well, Quinn got booked at West Bromwich Albion in midweek, they don't care. This time a free kick for Portsmouth. And there's better news as well from Lancashire, where the scoreline is now Oldham Athletic 2, Plymouth Argyle 1. So the events of the afternoon improving as they go on for Pompey supporters. Hilaire, nicely taken. Now Dillon. Lobbed it forward for Mariner. Quinn. McQuinn! Just off target. I think the ball bobbled actually as he was hitting it with his left foot. It's still a good effort from the Pompey striker. And good play once more by Hilaire, but it was Dillon's little ball here which he chipped forward, finding Mariner, and the headed pass, and Quinn turning his man well, but couldn't keep it down. And what a birthday present it could be for Mickey Quinn today, promotion to the First Division, which he's never played. Quinn trod on the ball, and Dillon then played it straight to Byrne. So Millwall are still here. That's not a good ball, and Hardiman will have no problems at all in knocking that back. Good header. Quinn finding Mariner. And surely he fouled Briley, and hello. A bit of fisticuffs going on between Paul Mariner and Les Briley. And Paul Mariner still angry and infuriated. And the referee, Lewis, having to calm him down. The trainer is called on because Mariner's face covered in blood. He looks as though he's just gone 6 rounds with Frank Bruno. So that's what Paul Mariner was complaining about. There's a real old tangle with Les Briley. So John Dickens applying the treatment, and this was what happened. Now, it was Alan Walker who went in for the tackle. There, Briley, and he really did catch Mariner, and then his boot certainly caught the side of Paul Mariner's head, and he decided to take retribution. Alan Ball off the bench. There's been such a good spirit, really, about the game. It would be a shame now for it to degenerate. Briley has got a booking. The 4th name to go into referee Lewis's book. And let's hope it was a flashpoint that will have no further repercussions. Callahan again. They couldn't have a better man to keep possession out there. Oh, and he's done well as well. He's tricked his way inside the area, has he? Well, the referee... I tell you what, Ray Lewis has never been more than a yard away from the play this afternoon. He's had a very good game, the official from Great Bookham. And what a chance Portsmouth have here to seal it and spark the celebrations. They're 1 up. Can it be 2? O'Callaghan, Quinn's in there. He's going to come for Blake. Oh, off the line by Marks, the striker of all people. Tremendous shot from Noel Blake. And it looked, for all the world, a goal until Marks popped up and headed it away. So Noel Blake trots back to resume his defensive duties. Well, how he would have loved to have scored his 5th goal here at Fratton Park this season then. And this is how close Blake came to putting the cap on the victory. Four minutes left, and Quinn's here, and Horn has to make the punch, and right under the bar, Walker. There was a danger he could have sliced that into his own net, and there are bodies all over the place in the penalty area. Horn, Quinn, and McCleary all injured. There was obviously a bit of a clash of heads. Well, it was a really dangerous moment for Millwall. The keeper making the punch there fell on his own player, actually, McCleary. Quinn took a knock as well, but Walker got it away. So, repairs completed. Alan Ball's eyes once again on the match. Hardiman for Portsmouth. I wonder if we could have a glorious finish here. Hilaire! Oh, it's an indirect free kick. It was obstruction on Hilaire. We could really have a dramatic finish here for Portsmouth. And could you imagine the roar that will go up if they manage to strike this one into the back of the Millwall net? Again, it was a good decision from the referee because it was obstruction. Alan Ball is going quite frantic down on the touchline, shouting messages to Noel Blake. He now sprints forward. Perhaps the intention is for him to blast it through the wall. Alan Ball is screaming for someone to strike the ball, I think, here. As Dillon and Mariner are there. O'Callaghan's there. The referee... well, they're having a party, I think. I hope they kick the balloon away. That might get in the way. Now what's going to happen here? O'Callaghan scores the goal that could well have taken Portsmouth into the First Division after 28 years. He knows it's all over now so far as this match is concerned. They really want to know the outcome from Boundary Park as well. But no matter, Portsmouth are 2 up. And here, Kevin O'Callaghan with the perfect strike. There was nothing anyone could do about that. minute of the second half, plus about 3 minutes of injury time perhaps left. Well, they can hardly wait to get onto the pitch to celebrate, and I think the players could well be lost in a deluge. So the news from Boundary Park is that Oldham have actually beaten Plymouth Argyle 2-1, and that means that Portsmouth retain a 6-point lead over them. They do have a superior goal difference, though, but technically Portsmouth will still need just 1 point to guarantee promotion, with 2 games to play. But you try telling anybody in this crowd that Portsmouth aren't on their way up to the First Division. And I think it's all going to be all over. It is. Referee Lewis points to the tunnel. It's all over. The fans are absolutely delirious here at Fratton Park. It's totally understandable. They're singing "Going Up." Who's going to deny them? It's been a famous day in the history of a famous old club. It's taken Portsmouth such a long time to get themselves into this position. But a 2-0 victory here over Millwall is the reason for so many smiling faces at Fratton Park. The first half was tense, but in the second half, Paul Mariner helped settle Pompey's nerves with a goal in the 54th minute. And then a minute from the end of normal time, Kevin O'Callaghan struck the ball high into the roof of Millwall's net. That ended it, so far as the day was concerned. 3 absolutely precious points here for Portsmouth. Surely now they're on their way back to the First Division after 28 years. The final scoreline, Portsmouth 2, Millwall 0, hence all these scenes of terrific euphoria.
Obviously the crowd here were aware of results elsewhere, particularly up at Oldham, and at one stage it looked as if it had 2-2. There was a rumour going round it was 2-2. In fact, that was proved not to be so. What were your thoughts then?
Well, my thoughts have been the same all along. It's what we do, and if we keep winning and we keep picking points up, then it doesn't matter what the other teams do. I just said let's win this one, and then we'll see what's going on up country. But I'm not particularly bothered what they do. It's what we do. We need 1 point now out of 2 games.
Right, your next game on Monday, of course, and then next Saturday. It could still come down to the final day.
Let's hope not. It's been a long 3 years, you know.
Paul, that was a tough match, and from the looks of your eye, it was even tougher for you.
Yeah, just a little bit of a skirmish in the midfield late on in the second half, but it's all forgotten now. We've got the victory that we wanted, and you know, looking forward to Monday night and hopefully getting a point up at Palace.
Yes, there was a little flare-up between you and Les Briley, but it was nothing serious, was it?
No, I was frustrated with myself, really. I blame myself. I blamed Les at the time, but I blame myself now because I lost the ball on the edge of the box and I was frustrated with myself, and I pulled him down and he reacted and unfortunately gave me a good kick in the head with his boot, but that's all forgotten.
And a few stitches, that's all sorted out.
A few stitches, yeah.
Now, what about your goal? Because I think everyone in the ground was really pleased to see that one go in, and you were obviously delighted with it.
Yes, I was. I thought I was going to be clean through off Quinney's flick, but I miscontrolled it with my left foot and reacted like a striker should. And to be perfectly honest, I saw the keeper come out, and I thought, well, I've just got to belt this, and I belted it for the far post, and I was delighted when it hit the back of the net.
Smashing. I know it's your wife's birthday, isn't it, Alan? Bit of a celebration tonight?
Yeah, we're going. I'm taking her up to the country club, have a few drinks and with friends and what have you, and then I'm off to play in a pro celebrity golf thing tomorrow, and then football again Monday morning. So it's it'll be a good weekend.
But you're nearly there, aren't you? And if it all goes well, there'll be one hell of a party, I would think, at the end of that, won't there?
I think it could last for a month.